ex-girlfriends are either like needier than me or they're really different from me. Like, we're really similar. We have the same taste, so I don't know. It just makes me
Have you
feel
thought
really...
about like gaining weight or thinking maybe that's what it is?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like I have to change because I'm not good enough the way I am.
Yeah. So when you say, like, you start kissing him and stuff and wanting to do it, what happens?
I just feel like in the morning or something, I'll be like, oh, you know, like, try to get him interested, and then he's just like, it's like, well, I'm gonna go get the newspaper, and I just feel really bad. Like...
So what's up, Brandon? Why don't you want it as much as she does?
It's just constant. Like, the other day we were driving and she starts kissing me and touching me and wants me to pull over so we can have sex. And, you know, 3-4 times a week is fine, but all the time,
So she put, like, that's a lot of guys' dream. Are there any guys in the audience that would love for their woman to, like, pull them over? Show of hands? Okay, so you said 3 times a week. I understand that. On a serious note, though, you say that when she begs and she's begging, what does that make her look like to you?
Less attractive. I'm super attracted to her. I mean, she's beautiful and I love her. But when she seems really desperate, and I don't really find that attractive.
Yeah.
If she was more secure, I'd be more attracted.
Well, Dr. Yvonne is here. She's a sex therapist, Dr. Yvonne Fulbright. What do you do when, like, you want it more than your mate, and, you know, she's feeling unattractive? She feels like she should gain weight because his ex-girlfriends are bigger than her.
Well, this is definitely a mismatched libido issue, which is a very common problem in this country. And a lot of couples need to get to a better place by first not apologizing for themselves, for not feeling guilty for having a higher than normal sex drive, or maybe not living up to a gender's expectation of, you know, males needing to go at it all the time at a moment's notice.
It's good that you said that, because that's probably what's making her insecure, because as women, we think that the man is supposed to be chasing us and we're supposed to be going no.
Exactly.
You know, so as a woman, for her, she's like, this is not how the stereotype works.
Right, and then we're also made to feel like nymphomaniacs,
yeah.
A really negative term when we want sex more than your quote-unquote average woman. But people can face this at any point in their lives, and it really starts with talking about it, saying what your hopes are for the relationship when it comes to sex, how often, who should be initiating it, how long you should have sex for. You also want to find out when you're maybe most compatible. For example, most men are usually up for it in the morning when they wake up and their testosterone levels are highest. Yeah.
He doesn't want it in the morning. When do you want it mostly, Brandon? When are you aroused?
When I'm not tired.
When you're not tired. And when is that?
Afternoon or evening.
Afternoon or evening. Okay, is that cool with you, Emily?
Anytime.
So that's the key. You have to communicate and see where he's comfortable, and it looks afternoons and evenings. He looks like he's not into morning sex.
I wish he was.
You wish he was, but he's not. Okay, you guys can talk about it some more. We'll be right back. Up next.
Have you ever participated in role playing?
I like being a nurse and like a school teacher and like the mean nun and you have to spank them and
And later.
Is it true that a man gets a painful reaction if you turn him on and then don't follow through with sex?
I could do this show like this every day. This is like so comfortable, and I have a really bad back, and this mattress is hard and cheap, and which is good for a bad back, believe it or not. Anyway, we're asking the question, is your sex life normal? We took a poll on TyraShow.com, and we got answers from you guys that took that poll. Andrew Trees, who we love his scientific take on sex. He's helping reveal the results, and some of them are surprising. Okay, this is the next sexy scenario in our poll. Check out this tape.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Ooh! Stand on up if you had a threesome. And I'm sitting down for a reason. Wow. We have a guy here. We have, wow. A threesome. Never done that one. Okay, check out the results of the poll from TyraShow.com.
76% said no.
76%? Oh, that they haven't.
No.
Oh, I got confused for a second. I thought it was 76% that did. Okay, so the majority have not had a threesome.
That's right, and 86% nationally have not had a threesome, although twice as many as that percentage fantasize about having a threesome. But I think this is a great statistic to have out there, because I think a lot of people think that everyone out there has some wild and crazy sex life that is more fulfilling than their own. They see it on television, they see it in the movies, and you see something like this, you realize that I think most of us fall within a kind of band of behavior that we would all find normal. So threesomes show that everyone's not having the kind of crazy thing you might see in the movies or on television.
Where's Salvatore? Salvatore? Is it Salvatore?
Right here. Salvatore.
Salvatore. You've had a threesome.
I have.
And how was it?
It was a little time in the works to get it done. It took about a year to convince my girlfriend to do it. And finally, for my birthday, her and her friend surprised me. But I got a little too into the friend, and the relationship after that kind of went downhill.
You got into the friend because the friend was new booty.
Yes.
It was the booty that you'd had for like a year or two, and then this new thing, and you're like, yeah, baby, can you just like kind of hold my drink over here? Okay, we're gonna go to our next poll question.
Have you ever skinny dipped?
Have you guys ever skinny dipped? I have. I have. Cool. Okay, let's see who else is skinny dipped with the Tyra Show poll. Who else?
60% said no.
60% said they have not, so only 40% of people have. I skinny dipped. Ooh, should I say who I did it with? Okay. I skinny dipped in Jamaica, y'all. Yeah, but it wasn't like with a love or anything like that. It was with two models. One was a male, one was a female. That sounds like a threesome, but it was not. And we were swimming. We were years and years and years ago. Two famous people, won't say their names, but we were doing like some kind of fashion show thing in Jamaica, and we went swimming, and then we took our clothes off underneath the water. Woo! And then put them back on when we went before we got out of the water. What's your name, Kate? Where did you do it?
I've done it in the pool, in the ocean once or twice, with my boyfriend, by myself, you know. It's not really a big deal.
Do you do like I did and like wait till you're under and then take off and then put back on? Or do you run naked so people can see your booty as you're running in?
Both. I've done it both. You know.
Very, very brave. Check out our next poll question.
Have you ever participated in role play?
Stand up if you've done the role play thing. Have you been mistress of the dark or school teacher? Okay, let's see the poll results.
61% said yes.
So the majority of people have role played, Andrew, 61%.
That's right, and 51% nationally typically role play, and it's more common among couples that have been together a longer time. This is not surprising. Role playing is a way for couples who've been together for a while to inject that element of excitement and surprise back into their sex lives. And it's also a great way for people to experiment with new identities, new ways of acting, new ways of being that can be very therapeutic.
Okay, Yolanda, what have you done as a role play? What character?
Well, I like being a nurse and like a school teacher, and then sometimes like you like the mean nun and you have to spank them and...
Freaky. Okay, if you want to check out the rest of our sex poll results, go to tyrashow.com. This was fun, and thank you guys for being so honest. Up next.
I follow Heidi and Spencer from The Hills, and Heidi says that Spencer gives her 20 to 30 orgasms a day. Is that possible to have that many?
She says that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Heidi and Spencer are coming on the Tyra Show. I'm going to ask them that question. See what they have to say about that. As we saw from the poll earlier, I mean, everybody is so much more open about sex now, way more open than our parents were. But there's like a lot of information out there about sex. People talk to their friends, people talk even on school campuses and stuff, and a lot of it is wrong, a lot of it is lies, and a lot are myths. So sex therapist Yvonne Fulbright is going to set the record straight right now on these myths. Now, Coco has a question.
Hi.
Coco.
Hi, Tyra.
Coco, what's your question? Coco.
My question is, I was wondering if men just biologically are hardwired to want sex more and just physically